to the Lulu Loves Crochet Podcast, episode 43, I believe. My name is Emma, and this is my podcast all about crochet and crafts, books, and anything else I feel like talking about, really. I hope you're all well. We are all in good health. I've just started a new job at a different library, actually. So I'm getting used to some new hours and some lovely new colleagues. Slightly different role, but much the same, really. So I haven't had too much time for crochet while I've been finding my feet, but the crochet I have done has been very seasonal. So I just love this time of year. I'm not even going to pretend that I don't. I love anything spooky, ghostly. So there's lots of that. Now, you even got my pumpkin mug for the podcast today. Although it looks beautiful, it's actually really impractical to drink out of. I think I'll be spilling coffee down myself throughout the episode. So I'll just share what I've been making, really, starting off with my Spiderweb collar. This is an old design. I think I must have designed these 3 or 4 years ago for Lulu, and I've just had another look at the pattern. I've made it clearer, the difference between an adult and a child size, whereas before I was doubling up DK with cotton thread, so I kind of just did a one size fits all. So I've actually done a child size now, so you can see that one's got 4 repeats, and the adult size has got 5 repeats, which I think looks better because you know, just the way it shapes around your neck. So and these have been filmed for a YouTube tutorial now, so if you know someone who is new to crochet, this might be a perfect little spooky project for them. I absolutely love making them. The thread that I use, the cotton that I use, is just a DK cotton. You only need about 15-20 grams. This one actually has got a bit of a sparkle running through it. I don't think the camera will pick that up, probably not. That was, I think that might have been a James C. Brit one. I can't remember now, so I'll put the all the links to everything I mentioned into some show notes for you, and I'll link those below. But I also made them up with some, I don't know where I put it now, some, just some paint box. Oh, there it is. Oh. So for the tutorial, I just used the paint box, and the tutorial is for the adult size collar. So they're really good fun. So if, you know, if that's something you're interested in, go and have a look. Just, you know, the written pattern is available also on the blog. That's been updated. That's available for free as well. So I've been making lots of collars, and managed to put that video on YouTube last week. So I did feel pretty good about that I managed to do that within October. And then, so I'm just been revisiting some of my favourite autumn patterns, you know. So the next one is my Rustic pumpkins. I really probably should have called these rustic squashes because they are kind of squat and gnarly, which I absolutely love. Now, I bought a skein of, or a ball of, the James C. Brit Rustic, Chunky Rustic, I think it's called, to make these with, and it's just perfect. If I'm pretty sure I took some photos or some video. I will put it up on the screen now so you can see what that ball looks like. The ball band is here. 150 meters, 77% premium acrylic, 20% wool, 3% viscose. It's lovely, and the original pattern, which is free up on the blog, was also designed for chunky yarn, so it's perfect. And for this pattern, you just make a rectangle. I think it's using either grid or griddle stitch, you know, it's sort of up down stitch. So you do a UK double, then a UK treble, UK double, treble, and then you work sort of the reverse. And it gives this lovely sort of berry texture, which I absolutely love. But this yarn is just gorgeous, and it has lots of these little let's see if I can, yeah, these sort of almost little bits of they almost look like little bits of fluff. They're sort of separate from the yarn. I don't know what you call that in yarn, but it just really adds to that, oh, I don't know, just something really rustic and beautiful about that. So that's that pattern. I remade that just because I really wanted to try that yarn and I thought it would be perfect for it. So that one is free up on the blog also. And sorry, that is my daughter. You're always on duty, aren't you, as a mum? Right, and next are some more pumpkins. I've been experimenting with some stripy yarn, not stripy yarn, a stripy pattern. This yarn is Chipier's Stonewashed, which I love. I think it's perfect for, well, so many projects, but Halloween projects in particular. And I've just done a sort of striped design there with just a single, more almost like a stalk. I sort of did attach it properly to the center and just left it like that. I really like these. I haven't written the pattern up for this. I'm not sure if it's unique enough to warrant a pattern, but I might do a blog post on them just because instead of joining, you know, working a rectangle and joining, I actually did work these in the round with decreases, because I just feel like when you're using, you know, one colour, you can edge your rectangle, you can seam your rectangle, and you're none the wiser. I do think when you're sort of doing a striped, you almost don't want to get that join. So these ones I did work up in the round, so maybe slightly different. So I might do a post on those if I get a chance. And then I've used the same pattern to make, we're getting a bit washed out, there we go, a pink and white stripy one. I'm using this one to hold my pin. I just love the little, so that one's cute. And then this one was about as small as I could get, using that Aran yarn. Again, I just think they're just so much fun, and I liked the fact that they weren't the typical Halloween colours. There's just something really lovely about them. I don't know, stripes, pastels, you know me. So I will try and write that up as a blog post. What day is it today? It's Thursday today. I don't think that I will get this video up until tomorrow, so that's Friday. So I don't think it will be done before then. So look out for that next week, maybe, if you're interested. And then that's it for finished objects. Pumpkins, collars, that's it. Now I've only started one new whip this week, and that is a project from this book. So I'll show you the book first. It's the new Chipier's bookazine yarn. It's their new issue. It's number 12 and it's called Romance. I mean, I just had to get it, you know me, and every single project in here is beautiful. I'll show you a few. Oh, I mean, just everything they do is just stunning. So lots of their patterns are based around some sort of icons of the Romantic age. So you've got Lizzie Siddle, Fanny Eaton, Annie Miller and Effie Gray. And I love that period. I love sort of that bohemian kind of romantic vibe. It's just up my street, but all that sort of pre-Raphaelite romance was just lovely. Anyway, this is an absolute beautiful. Got the Ophelia sweater there. I mean, the photography, just look at that. It's all very William Morris. You've got that darkness and light and sort of very nature inspired. I love it. So there are lots and lots of projects. I also have read all the articles in here, and I really enjoyed them. I'll show you, look at this belt. That's beautiful. So I was really, really pleased to get this. And the crochet, I mean, the knitting projects are just lovely anyway. But obviously I'm here for the crochet. So I will just show you the projects that I picked up, and I couldn't help starting this project immediately. So this is the Eton top. So here it is. It's absolutely beautiful. Are we seeing that? Yes. Elegant and feminine handmade lace is the epitome of romance. Victorian society appreciated the beauty of the slight irregularities that made handmade lace distinguishable from over-precise machine-made lace. The exquisite Eton top is a heritage piece crocheted in natural cotton thread yarn. There it is. That's just stunning. Now, I looked at the yarn. I thought, I love it so much, I'm going to order the exact yarn and just make it up. Now, I looked at the yarn and it is, let me just have a look. It wasn't very readily available in the UK. So it uses the Sheep Year's Legacy number 6, which is premium cotton, 3mm hook. So it's a very fine cotton. I probably could have found a substitute, but then I thought, well, if I can't use that, I don't really want to buy any, you know, take a risk. So what I've done is I've kind of played around with the sizing a bit, which you probably shouldn't do. So I'm using just Paintbox DK cotton, just because I already had a load of it. I didn't have to order any yarn in, and I could get started straight away, and that's what I wanted to do. So, and then what I did is, obviously I went up a hook size for that yarn, and I went down a size on the measurements. So, for example, instead of making a large, I'm making a medium. And then I did a swatch just to see what gauge I was getting. So I think I should be okay. I'm a little bit out on, I think, the length, but that's okay. I'm just going to play it by ear, but I'll show you what I've got. So far I've, let me just, I don't want to pull anything out. So far I've just done the sleeves, and you know, I'm almost so happy with it that I could just carry on plain without the rest of the stitching, because it kind of goes in and out like this, and I'm not sure that I would necessarily wear a top like that, so I may just keep carrying on. Anyway, let me know what you think. Now, also, I've been using scraps of yarn first, so there are a lot of ends poking out, but here we go. So this is what we've got so far. Isn't that beautiful? Oh gosh, I can't wait to wear it. I just think over like a you know, a long sleeve top, that's going to look beautiful. And I'm tempted to just really make this about the sleeves and just keep it quite basic, because I'll show you the picture once more, and oh, I don't know, it does look lovely, but so there's a lot. So I'm kind of here. And then there's a lot going on at the bottom. I do like it. I just don't know. I think I would wear it a bit more if it was slightly more plain on the along the waist. So I'm really torn, and I think that's why I've kind of just stopped, because I'm like, that's a lot of lace work to do if you're not going to wear something. And I'm so happy with it. Look at this lovely pattern on the sleeves. Oh, that's just adorable, isn't it? I think what I'll do is I'll just carry on for a bit and maybe see what it's fitting like and see how I feel, because I really want to be able to wear it, and obviously, you know, you need to enjoy what you're wearing, don't you? So we'll see, but so far it's absolutely beautiful. I mean, you know, you could wear that summer, but I fully intend to wear that with something dark like this under it. So I'm absolutely loving that. So for me, that was worth it just for that one pattern. But there are so many others that I would make in this issue anyway. And like I said, the articles were really lovely too. So I did get a lot of enjoyment out of that. So that's that. How are we doing? We're okay. Careful not to dribble. And then the other crochet magazine that came out is the new, it's kind of a bookazine as well. This is the new crochet bookazine called More It. And they did a, is it called a Kickstarter, where you go along and support, and I really loved everyone who's been involved. So I did place my order for this back in February, I think. And it's just come out. This is issue number 1. It's quite an expensive, you know, bookazine if you compare it to the Sheepyas one. But, you know, you get a lot for your money. The patterns are absolutely beautiful. They have all been gorgeously photographed, and the nice thing about this is it is all crochet, so very much for us who, you know, feel that we get left out a bit in the crochet. Look at that. That's actually been designed by Rosina from Zines and Rogers. That's gorgeous. Just some lovely, lovely projects. So I haven't started anything from it yet. All sorts of, there's some socks. I tell you what I do really like. Oh, there's a really good article on fitting and grading, and I think that's really interesting if you're a designer or even if you're just someone that makes garments. I love this. Look at that. Look at the shaping. So I love that. I really liked that. It's a beautiful circular shawl there. I love a circular shawl. Some nice chunky jumper there. Just beautiful. So go and have a look. Oh, and there's also a little embroidery project there as well. That's by Chrissy from Chrissy's Crafts. Anyway, it's just lovely. It's a lovely book. I think, you know, hopefully they can continue. I mean, I certainly will continue to buy it. I'm not sure if there is knitting. I didn't think there was. No, I don't think there is. It is just crochet. So that's one to have a look at anyway. I'll leave all the links below of everyone who was involved in the More It pages and where you can subscribe or order copies. And what else have we got? Oh, I was going to show you this. So the car boot sales are finished now, but you know, Rob and I love to go to a car boot sale. And we were there a couple of weeks ago and I came across this book called Crochet Style. Now, if I went back through my own podcast, I would probably find that I had already bought this book. But while I was at the car boot sale, I saw it. And I couldn't remember if I had it or not. I mean, there's some great vintage pieces in here. And she only wanted 50p for it. So I bought it. And anyway, it turns out that I already own it. So if you would like this copy, if you're into vintage crochet, would like this copy, let me know in the comments below and I will pop it in the post. I will just pick someone randomly and send it off to you because, like I said, I now have 2 copies. I mean, it's not in the greatest condition, but all the patterns are, you know, they're all readable and I just think it's good fun, really. It's a bit 80s. I mean, look at that. So anyway, if you would like this book, just let me know and I will pop it in the post to you. Because our charity shop is not accepting books at the moment, so I really don't know what else to do with it. And I would rather someone get some use from it. I'm just going to stop the camera quickly. And then another book I've been sent, and this was sent to me by Tuva, was Sweet Crochet Animals. This one looks absolutely beautiful. I love the look of this little reindeer here. So this must be one of their new releases, and I think I've got another book by the same author. Oh, look at this. Isn't she lovely? I mean, just the detail that goes into these patterns, absolutely stunning. That's Lulu. Oh, that's Lulu the kitten. Oh, she's adorable. I love her little skirt. What else have we got? We have got Mitty the rabbit. Oh, they always look. I must make some. Oh my goodness. Look at her little coat and her boots. Beautiful. She's got a little bonnet on as well. I love that. So I definitely think I will make something from here. I don't have any little people to make things for anymore, but I may just make something for myself because these patterns are just beautiful, quite frankly. And I love this little reindeer as well. I think he would be a really nice project for Christmas. Look, he's lovely. So that one is available on Amazon. Again, I'll pop all the links for you. Just beautiful. So that was from Tuva. Now they also sent me some of their new yarn to try. Now I didn't realise Tuva are the people that published my book, Romantic Crochet. I didn't realise that they did yarn, but I think it must be something new that they're doing. So they've sent me some of their new Hello Cotton to try, and the shades are just beautiful. This yarn comes in 50 grams or 25 gram balls. It's 100% cotton. I haven't worked with it yet because the box came earlier in the week and I've been at work. So, but I will just show you the some of the colours. So look, they've sent me some lovely colours. I'm going to have to take it out of the bags, I think, because look, there we go. That's beautiful, that shade. That doesn't say the shade on it. Colour 166. So it does feel nice and soft. I will have to have a work, you know, with that before I really get a sense for the. But they've sent me some lovely shades to try, and we've got some tiny little 25 gram balls. You know, those are perfect for those amigurumi patterns. So I do think for me, when I'm trying new colours, 25 gram balls are the way to go. Oh, look at those colours. Beautiful. So I will take those out and try and film some swatches maybe. We'll see what time I get, but I will have a play with those and let you know. And these little balls are called like little petite balls. I love that. It feels soft. I mean, it looks nice. I've not got any yarn up here to compare it to really, but so we'll see. So thank you very much to Tuva for that. I am always so happy to receive cotton yarns because it is my favourite to crochet with. Look at those. Beautiful. Really, really beautiful shades there. There we go. So again, I will pop the link down below for you to have a look if you're interested. I'm not sure whereabouts you can get it other than their website, so I will look into that for you. Right, so I think that's everything. Let me just check my notes. That's it. Yeah, that's it. So let me know what you've been making. I'll talk to you quickly about some books I've been reading, but that's it for the crochet and yarn talk for today. So, you know, feel free to switch off if you're not interested in me gabbing on about books. Let's have a look. So I started Vanishing Half. I just started it on the last podcast. I actually haven't finished it. I don't know if you can see, I'm still halfway through. I am enjoying it. It's different. I thought it was going to be more of a mystery kind of book, but actually because it's the book about twin sisters that sort of leave their hometown. It's very, you know, it's about the race, and one of them passes as white and the other one really sort of chooses to embrace her ethnicity. So it's quite interesting in that respect, and I thought it was going to be a bit more about that. I mean, obviously race is a very big part of this, but actually it's kind of generational. So they both have children and they both lead these completely different lives. One twin passing it for white, and she never lets on to her husband about her background. She says her family are all dead, so her children don't really know their history. And then one moves back with her daughter to this very small town. So, but then you sort of skip on to their children, so you sort of miss, I suppose, a lot. And it sort of goes back and forth. And then sort of with the next generation, it's still very much about race, but it's also about gender. And I don't know why, but that really threw me. For some reason, I wasn't expecting it. Well, it does say The Vanishing Half is at once riveting, emotional family story and a brilliant exploration of race, gender and identity, and the lasting influence of the past as it shapes a person's desires and expectations. So I am really enjoying it. But it's more, you know, it's interesting. It's not so much of a kind of page turner. It's, you know, more about the characters, and but it's definitely a good one. However, I saw on a podcast, and if I remember, I'll link it below. Someone had mentioned this book. This is by Anna Whitehouse, who is, I think, Mother Pucker on Instagram. I think she's quite a big influencer. And this Anna Whitehouse is actually a team. It's her and her husband writing under Anna Whitehouse. This is called Underbelly. And it's about a sort of 30-year-old woman with 2 small children, and she's an influencer. She makes her money from social media. And it's really about the implications of putting yourself, you know, online, and what you're selling and how you're making your money, and I suppose the implications and the dangers of that. So, and there's a lot about sort of this dragging momentum, that's where, you know, cancel culture, where someone does something apparently wrong and everyone just sort of whoosh takes them down and they lose their income stream. And, you know, so there's a bit about that, but there's also a lot about the safety about, you know, posting online. It's really, really good. So she's a mum. She meets another mum in the playground, and it's really about their interactions. And, you know, the other mum is an aspiring writer, and she sets her up with this Instagram, but she's also in hiding from a violent partner. So you can kind of see where this is going. So it is really interesting. And also, I think what's interesting is how things can be miscommunicated. So it seems as she's trying to put things right, she's making things worse and worse, because, you know, it's so easy to misinterpret things when it's just a photo or a text message, or, you know, nothing replaces the meaning you get from a conversation, does it? You know, or I found, and I think that's what's, you know, this is really inviting sort of a discussion around, you know. So anyway, it's really good because you just can't, I couldn't put it down, quite frankly. And I don't know whether it's because of, you know, we've grown up in sort of at the beginning of social media, but it was fascinating to me. And someone, I think it might be Jenny, I don't know, it's a booktuber that I follow, and she had said that she felt like it might be one of her books of the year. So you know, obviously, so I grabbed it, and I mean, I'm not sure I would put it as my book of the year, but I read it within 2-3 days. So unfortunately, I sort of picked it up and couldn't put it down. I really recommend that. Anyway, and then the other, I've been doing some spooky reading. So I think what I might do is I've got a bit of vlog footage to put up, not too much really, since the children have gone back to school. But I think what I might do is I might do a bit of a what I'm reading for the spooky season sort of within that, because I have got lots of other books on the go, some sort of poetry collections and some short story collections, which is unusual for me, but lots of spooky tales. So I might do that in another video, because I'm aware that I'm getting on a bit now. And that's it really. We've been watching The Vigil. I enjoyed that. I think that was on BBC. That was the one in the submarine, which made me feel quite... and I think it was Surianne Jones, isn't it? I don't know, I'll put it here. My friend recommended it to me. I really enjoyed it. It had the guy from Endeavour in as well, and I liked him. Anyway, that was good. And I suppose a bit of a whodunit kind of thriller. And then the other one I've been watching on Netflix it's called Midnight Mass, and it's a new one. It's been made by the people that did The Haunting of Hill House, and it's about this little sort of maritime island that's sort of slowly disintegrating. You know, there's not a lot of work. It's a really sort of isolated from the sort of mainland, in that, you know, the boats only come in twice a day, and they've got this little community, and it's very focused around their church. And they've been hiding for a long time that their pastor had been very ill with dementia, and they'd sort of been covering for him, and eventually they sent him off on this lifetime pilgrimage. And it sort of begins with him returning alongside another lad who'd come from the village, returning after getting out of prison for a drunk driving accident. And so there's these religious sort of overtones. In fact, it's at the heart of the whole series. And so if that's not your thing, maybe give it a miss. But it is fascinating. And actually, I just wasn't expecting it to go where it went, because it did end up being a bit of a, well, I don't know if I should say it or not. Anyway, it ended up being a horror. And yes, I really wasn't expecting that. I don't know why, because I think the first 3 episodes was so really about the characters, and I felt like it was going to be one of these slow, kind of cozy, you know, where not much happens. And I should have realised it from, I guess, being the producers of The Haunting of Hill House, that it ends up being, yes, a horror, a full-on horror. So I enjoyed it, actually. I did enjoy it. So, but I was a bit shocked about the way the direction changed. And it wasn't where I thought it was going. I thought it was going to be more of a sort of spiritual, supernatural kind of mystery, but it really wasn't. It was just a horror. So anyway, if you are into a horror, that might be something to check out for October. So I think that is everything that I have to talk to you about today. So I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. I hope you've enjoyed this podcast. Let me know what you've been making in the comments below. Let me know also if you would like that book, and I will send that out to one of you. And I will see you again in a couple of weeks' time. So take care. Bye-bye.